All right, now we're a little behind. We started it late, technical difficulties, but we're good now. I mean, first half, Justin Fields, 2 touchdowns. DJ Moore took it to the crib first time he got the ball. This has been an exciting first half of preseason for the Bears. I mean, it makes us excited for the season. Defensively, we look pretty stout, pretty decent. What are your thoughts so far, Julian?
I think it's a good start, man. I think we look explosive. Offense is firing off the ball, especially from the offensive left tackle and right tackle perspective. I mean, when you have 2 screens that go for 80 yards a pop, I mean, you got to give it to the offensive line.
It's been solid, yeah. Great. I mean, on the last podcast episode we just dropped, if you guys haven't, check it out. Zach Pearson, Bears reporter. He's been saying that the Bears offensive line has been struggling. But now looking at us coming out at the gates hot today, offensive line, you said was a big part of those touchdowns. That's positive then. That's something we can be, happy about. Another strain. Didn't work. Is that what done? Ew. He a beast, though, to tackle.
Yeah.
But Roschon Johnson's in now, so we're hyped about that.
Yeah, that's who I want to see right now.
Damn, he got clapped, though. Who's that, Leatherwood?
Who is the guy we got from Tennessee, number 69?
The guard, Tyreek Carter, he was from somewhere else. The guy from Tennessee is Darnell Wright. He was taken the first round of tackle. There's a lot of tire or a lot of tread left. But yeah, Bayless muffed a punt today, so think that'll affect him getting cut. Or affect
I don't think so. It don't help though.
No, it don't help.
That's your damn score.
Dante Pettis, especially having a guy like that who can catch punts. You have a lot of guys on the team that can catch punts in return. There we go, smiling, Justin Fields smiling, playing good, looking good. Balls. This has been an exciting first half so far.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be exciting to see those 2 click.
Oh yeah, they're clicking. What do you want to see from the Bears in the second half, Julian?
I want to see some more out of Penei Sewell's brother.
Noah Sewell? Yeah, me too.
I think he's probably the most athletic linebacker we have outside of maybe Trey Edmonds, Jamon Edmonds. But we'll see what happens. I mean, I also want to see Tevin Jenkins play some more snaps.
Yeah, me too.
We'll see Roschon Johnson and some of that young secondary, as well as the D-line, too. We're dropping a lot of D-tackles.
Guy from South Carolina. He was in there, sacking Will Levis. Which was solid. Solid play for Buddy.
What'd you expect? You're going to get a help stop.
Let's get that in there.
That's you. When a bag helps you get and stay ahead, that's the BMO effect.
Justin Fields went 3 for 3 with 2 touchdowns.
Can't play any better than that. It can't start any better than that.
158
in the first half.
Passer rating.
Get this spread out.
Listen like you're there.
In this hole.
So that what?
This part?
Mike's close.
Hey, move up. Oh, no, this is just moving.
Oh,
It's in the video. Oh, that was good. That was good. Now we're straight.
Three things.
We'll be looking at. DJ Moore,
Season football is
took that shit to the crib.
the
That's
official bank of the Chicago Bears.
2 in the morning, first half. Tied at 14 to the play. And the Bears opening game this.
First go play by him.
41 here. First team offense with a couple of scoring drives.
I think
I want to break down the tape before I have an opinion, though, personally.
Yeah. Defensively, we've been looking solid, like what I've been seeing from us. I've been wanting to see Malik Willis too. I've been hearing he's doing good in camp too. Yeah. Want him to steal that position.
I think he's been a bit of a disappointment today.
Huh? What'd you say, Drew?
Malik Willis is a bit of a disappointment.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. But he really didn't have much to work with, though. The receiver room was terrible. Offensive line was shit. And I think Henry was a little banged up, too. Oh, Dexter's in right now. Dexter.
Gibson is mid.
Not famous Dexter. Siobhan Dexter.
Your man out of Tulsa.
Let's see what we got. Who we got? Get him to Rebels. Not too much time for my liking. Sewell been all over the field, though. He might take Sanborn's spot.
His closing speed's impressive. I don't think he ran a fast 40.
I don't think so either. If he did, he would have been tired.
He was the most athletic linebacker in the draft.
Really?
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness.
He was also the '1 high school recruit in his class. The number one high school recruit. I've known dude for. I've been watching.
Yeah, I watched him at Oregon. He was flying around.
I'm surprised he dropped so low.
It's just the pit, linebacker.
Well, actually, I think he got hurt.
He was still in bounds. I thought maybe there was a late hit.
Oh yeah, he ran a 4.64.
Damn, that's decent as fuck.
Yeah, he flying. Ha!
But he's also like 245 pounds.
Yikes.
Travis Gibson in the backfield yet again.
Is that Travis? He's been getting after it. Did you see the unofficial depth chart came out, and he was like the last defensive end on the depth chart. So I don't know if they were, they're doing that shit like that's a motivation for him, or if that's a concerning thing for people that love Travis Gibson or a fan of him and his defensive line.
Who's a fan of him?
You know what I mean. Oh, damn, I thought dude got at it.
You put that on the line.
He gets out of bounds to stop the clock with a minute 33 left. Harrison played a fair amount of single high safety here in the second quarter.
Yeah, AJ Thomas is a guy that can trying to compete to make the roster. He's been on run ball a lot in this game. See what we got. Oh yeah! Oh, that's Khalil Mack. The next Khalil Mack. Terrell Lewis. He played for Alabama. Played with the Rams. A lot of championship teams. He's been having a lot of buzz during camp. So obviously plays like that are gonna help him make this team. Yeah, he's been a guy.
That was a hell of a
Way to turn that corner, nigga.
He's been a guy that's been banged up with injuries too, like they mentioned. But this is a guy that's been kicking Darnell Wright's ass in camp and all the other linemen. So everybody's been really high on him.
Saul was definitely held a little too long, though. But it's a preseason, so.
I still want with him and Yannick.
Him and Yannick.
Yeah, no.
Of course not, especially when you fumble recovery too.
It's Debo Samuel Jr.'s time now to get some shit going. Bayless. See what we got cooking on this offensive possession.
You trying to set him? He been trying to set him off the hole.
What do you think about Roshan, Joey? What do you think his ceiling, his floor?
I think we haven't seen enough of him. He doesn't. He reminds me of a. He reminds me of a guy like Montgomery. Where he's like, you don't see blazing speed out of him, but he is difficult to tackle. But it's hard to be a Montgomery compared to him.
With 25.
But I do think that's his ceiling.
Got some young guys at the offensive line right now, seeing what they're gonna do. Leatherwood.
I want to see us start throwing the ball up to Tyler Scott, dude from Cincinnati, dude.
He's another guy. He's fast as fuck.
Great career in Cincinnati.
I like the play call, and I like that PJ Walker's looking to take a shot here. Minimum, you've got to come away with a field goal before halftime. So first down call, take a
Who's
shot.
in that line?
And now I think they'll play it a little bit
Eber
more
Flus.
conservative here.
The boy Fleet. You see him? He be wearing the retros and shit. He wants them to like the coaches to wear retros and stuff during the game. Wow. Games like games fit. I don't know. Some flag. Yeah. Where's Scott? Scott's not out there?
Blitz off the edge. Yeah, flag is stalled.
Nah, yeah, Scott's not out. Oh, he's on the corner.
All starts. Offense number 74. 5-yard penalty. Still second down.
We'll see how we manage this 2-minute drill.
They were bringing some safety pressure.
Yeah,
our side of the 50. Let's see if we can get some points.
Because like with the offensive line having a lot of injuries, it's good to see some guys like, Leatherwood, other guys, Tyrus Carter getting some reps, seeing what our depth is looking like heading into the season.
No flags in the first quarter for the Bears, but 5 in the second.
Damn. That's terrible.
Empty set again for Walker.
Oh, yeah, Scott. Oh, goddamn.
Hey, this is a shit show, and obviously it's the first preseason game, so both sides have had hella turnovers, but like this is wild.
Wacky pendulum swinging second quarter, 6 turnovers between the teams.
Come on, man.
Scott
that's
that
bad.
one up as March
That's really bad.
makes another nice play for Tennessee's defense. Yeah, he definitely caught it. He has possession and just has to squeeze it. They're going to be grabbing at the ball.
That ball be slippery.
Just where you just run through a slew of players where they're always swatting at the ball. And Tyler Scott's unable to keep his hands on it.
Yeah, that was a bad play by him.
It's a preseason game.
Butterfingers. Hey, anytime I think of a receiver fumbling, I think of the little Giants. Remember they had that dude. Instead,
I still admire that game. I mean, Maya and Haley, that movie, and they loved it.
Damn.
My man had the PB&J in his helmet. Got his bleed ice like right to his ass.
He never stayed still.
Classic movie, though.
In my stomach. So that's his name, Racy McFadden. That's awesome.
Let's see what you got, Racy.
Damn, not to man. Gibson's in the backfield damn near every play.
He's had 4 legitimate pressures, a nice hit.
Like I said, though, he's at the last end at the depth chart, so he need to be doing that shit.
That's what they're looking for. Nice.
Damn.
A nice job not getting forcible blows on the quarterback. They're calling obviously the roughing the passer so much. They're so critical of it, and that's a good job to really hold off and not get helmet to helmet.
Great play by
I
him.
told Haley to join the live. She's like, hold on, what he say about me? We just talking about the little Giants. Good movie.
And he's able to find a receiver on the sideline. It'll be a first down for Reggie Robertson. Final 40 seconds of this first.
But no, like I mentioned, Bailey's probably in the runs to win the giveaway, so y'all got to get in there and to give us some competition. we gonna fleece her if she get in the league, though. We gonna get them trades. Be like, hey,
Sweet.
I'm gonna try to get a couple good deals out of it. Justin Fields for Justin Tucker. We had this one dude in one of our leagues. I gave him. I forget. I think I got Christian McCaffrey off them. This was when he was on the Niners. It's a pretty good deal for the little. He wasn't gonna be in the playoffs. No playoff contention from him. So it was just trying to fuck it end the season early.
We know all trades are going to be under review and have to be approved
By the commission.
In the second quarter, we had
Correct.
7 points, 7
That's
penalties,
tough part.
and 6
I traded Jalen Hurts, or I traded Austin Eckler for Jalen Hurts last year. Just because I had a lot of depth at
Quarterback.
running back, but I was struggling finding a quarterback like all season.
Also, you traded Eckler to get Hurts.
Yeah, but Eckler was, I think, the number one player last year.
Yeah. Eckler is always a running back that you get in fantasy like right off the bat.
Oh yeah,
he does
I've gotten
numbers.
him maybe like the last 3 or 4 years. Now, obviously, the longer his career has been, the harder he's been able to get.
Yeah.
I might have got him first overall, my first pick last year too.
He might be the first running back taken this year. I mean, you look at the
Yeah,
production.
I've been in mock drafts where he's the first running back, the first player taken.
He's good with. He'll have some injuries. He'll miss a game with a concussion. You know, he don't got much hair on the scalp. It's just all scalp if he get hit. but no, like just concussions. He'll never miss a lot of game and a lot of time. So out of all the other running backs that you could take, he's getting loose.
Nice run by Williams as he takes it into Bears territory for a first down. Still 3 timeouts at 30 seconds remaining.
Let's see what their clock management looking like.
He's a strong.
Got to call a timeout here. You're not gonna you're gonna bleed 10 seconds just trying to spike it.
But I really like the defensive line so far. Zach Pickens got a sack. Guy from South Carolina. Terrell Lewis got a sack. Gibson's been in the backfield a lot. And you know that dude we got, Andrew Billings, defensive tackle? He's stout as fuck.
From Vegas.
Yeah. So it's been, promising defensive line. I mean, they've been getting after him in camp too. Our defense, our offense, they've been getting after him. Justin Fields has been haven't had too much time in to get shit going. Is that Vrabel? Like 10 of shit?
It's the summer.
I don't think that's Vrabel though.
Jacksonville ends up in the playoffs instead of the Titans. I just did their camp on
But no,
What do you think about Traylon Burks' fantasy slot? Do you feel like he's going to be a
last year,
solid receiver?
I tried to pick him up because at Arkansas he was really good.
Yeah, really good.
So I had him on the team, but he didn't leave my bench. Like there.
Yeah, they struggled to throw the ball last year. Obviously, they got D-Hop now, but
Yeah. But no,
I don't
Traylon
like
Burks-
to draft receivers on shitty quarterbacks.
They got 3 quarterbacks that all shit too. So it don't matter who's
I'm trying
not.
to stay away from those type of good receivers. There's a few outliers.
No
Like,
draft, no players with a bad team.
yeah,
It's
I
hard
don't
to
fuck with
do
those
that,
bad
though.
team players because if your team bad, nigga, the chances, like, even if you're a running back and your team get blown out, nigga,
Once
you
it
might
gets
get
to
a lot
a
of
certain point,
checkdowns,
it's
but if you're like Derrick Henry, per se, like, he's out of the game.
with teams that are like getting blown out early, they stop running the ball at the end of the game to try to catch up and start. Run game is no longer a factor. You're trying to pass, but
Right.
I don't know. So hey, Julian, Jalen Hurts, Fields, or Lamar, who are you taking out of those 3? Fantasy, first choice.
I gotta go with Jalen Hurts probably, just because I know they're gonna win every single game.
What about Lamar, man? You got OBJ, Zay Flowers, your boy, Rashad Bateman. They got everybody now. Mark Andrews too.
Lamar has been decrementing every year since his MVP year.
I think this might be his year, though. I think he has the best season out of the 3 this year, I think.
You know what that tells me? It tells me that defensive coordinators have created the solution for him.
Okay. Interesting opinion. Yes, Stevenson.
It's an unpopular opinion, but it's one that I have.
I feel you. Very much a hot take.
I'm staying away from Lamar.
I'm worried to take Lamar high too. It's just like
Nice job to tackle him.
I'd rather get a guy like Joe Burrow or Trevor Lawrence.
Herbert's gonna put up numbers this year too.
Herbert too.
Because he's got Kellen Moore as his OC now, and Kellen Moore with the Cowboys, they were all about points and yards. They were putting up a lot of numbers. So that's something to keep an eye out. I'm interested to see how Austin Eckler fits in that too, if that affects his production. They got the receiver from TCU. They did some, they got all their receivers are going to be healthy this year, Keenan Allen, everybody. So,
Knock on wood.
But hey, I don't
Justin
know.
Fields was very comfortable back there today, boy.
No,
I
a
don't
little
know.
good today.
When would you start taking quarterbacks?
Dude, did I tell you we was on the phone with Jacob, right? And he's like, "I don't give a fuck, man. I'm taking a quarterback." He's like, "What? It doesn't make sense to me why I can't."
Go ahead.
He's trying to take Patrick Mahomes. But
By all means.
it's just the fantasy structure. That's not how it's structured.
It's just a position. There's a lot of good players that put up a lot of numbers, so it wouldn't make sense from a supply and demand situation.
For sure.
But like running back, there's only so many. Running back is going to be the most. It could be. There's only so many bell cows nowadays, or so many guys that actually catch the ball out of their backfield. So,
If Dalvin Cook is available late second round or early third round, are you taking him?
He ain't even on the team yet.
I got to see how the draft goes, but if there's a lot of running backs off the
Jets.
blocks, then I might. Because if you go to the Jets, he's going to start week 1.
It depends on what situation he's in and where he goes.
Right. If you go to Buffalo, he'll fuck around and beat him in.
Miami too.
Miami, too.
If he goes to Miami, I'm taking him really because that offense, him in that backfield, a fast ass offense. But Miami's just too loaded at running back. They got too much time. They drafted a guy from Texas.
Yeah, I'm not drafting none of the backs.
From Miami. Raheem Mostert had a couple good games. He was a good guy off the bench.
All right, so you want to take a running back. You got Mixon, you got Saquon, you got McCaffrey's gone. You can't have him. But you got Dalvin and you got
What about Chubb?
Josh Jacobs and you got Chubb. Who are you taking?
I'm taking Chubb number one.
I'll take Chubb over all of those people.
Consistent. He doesn't really.
He's going to be on a shitty team, though.
The
Browns are
going to be good this year, man.
They're gonna be in contention.
Yeah, me, bro. Deshaun Watson and his brother, they have one of the best rosters in the NFL, right? That fact is that Deshaun Watson's gonna look a lot better than he looked last year because they were like shit. The rest of the 2 years, I think he'll be a lot better this year. They got weapons. Elijah Moore from the Jets, he's looking good. I like what they have right now. Offensive line too is not going to get shot.
This legal situation has had an irreparable impact on his career, and he's no longer going to get where he was.
Maybe I have
A real possibility. Huh?
but if he balls out, nobody's talking about that shit no more.
To me, you're picking Chubb. That's a risk because you don't know what Deshaun Watson is going to turn into this year. If he has the same year as he had last year, it's all about whether or not an offense can move the chains. Doesn't matter how well running back plays. Doesn't matter how many fucking tackles he breaks. If you can't move the chains, he shouldn't be picked in the first round.
But hear me out. Nick Chubb.
You're not drafting a running back.
The thing about
First
Chubb,
round.
too, he doesn't score touchdowns like that, too. So I see what you're talking about. Because Kareem Hunt, when those two were in the backfield together, Kareem Hunt would score the most touchdowns out of them.
And you also got to look at the division. They're not gonna be able to compete, in my opinion, in that division.
You think that? So you
Now,
think
I'm taking New York.
One of the hardest.
You're taking who?
Taking New York's division over the AFC East any day, considering I know Saquon's gonna be the bell cow.
Okay.
Just
Yeah,
like
they're gonna get that 10 million up out of him, nigga.
he's gonna get his touches. Let's be honest. He got him last year, but they were coming off the injury and they didn't want to.
Yeah, I'm
stress
taking
him.
Saquon too. I just like Nick Chubb though, because he's
he's about to be the first running back in a while to have 5 straight 1,000-yard seasons.
And Kareem Hunt's no longer there, so he's going to be the true
It's
bell
all
cow.
him.
I can see him getting a lot more screens and stuff. Hopefully, it's more involved this year in the passing game.
I think he will be. But I'm
I just
excited.
don't.
But
I
he's
just don't
always
think they're going to be a
been
good
a
team.
productive running back
Yeah.
without passing.
To me, that's weighted heavier than anything else. Is whether or not you're going to have a good team.
Last year, he was a pretty good running back.
They'll be in the race for the playoffs,
I think so, too.
in my opinion. Now, the question you raised a good question. Deshaun he could never come back from the shit.
Yeah.
I mean, one could argue that that's what he deserves. So you never know. It's up to him. Now, I think I'm if I was a betting man, which I am, I would think he would be able to bounce back personally.
Yeah. And it's not like he doesn't have the weapons and the talent and the skill isn't there, He's got the pieces. He's got a good coach, too.
Let's see the highlights again.
I'm taking Josh Jacobs over Chubb.
I'm not taking Jay. He ain't even in camp.
He's not in camp, bro. He's old now.
Nah, that's never a good sign.
No.
Don't care. I'm taking him over him specifically because I can probably get him in a later round.
Okay.
Or as a later pick.
Yeah, I don't. I like to. There's too many good running backs at the bottom of the draft to be chasing one.
Are you taking Khalil Herbert? Could you see him as an option?
Yeah, he's explosive, as you can see. And that nigga might return kick to Bayless Jones. Keep dropping him. Right.
Rushing yards per carry.
Right.
Okay.
I'm very, very, very high on Khalil Herbert. Very high on Isaiah Pacheco, too.
Yeah, Pacheco is going to be solid. How do you think about Jonathan Taylor, too, that situation? How does that impact his draft stock?
I'm not drafting his ass.
They say he requested a trade. You see what the Jim Irsay said, though? He's like, if I die tomorrow and he's no longer playing football, the league will move on.
Damn.
She was kind of proud, for sure. That's true, though. He ain't lying. But that's something wild to say if you got the best player on your team, your offense. You got a rookie quarterback, too. Anthony Richardson, his success is going to be, if Jonathan Taylor's there, he's going to have more success, I think. So, I think Eberflus is a good coach.
First trip out the house. Great job being into the spot, man. Great job.
Right. That's what I need to hear mic'd up. Obviously, they're going to cut it in production, but oh, he's still learning how to judge the ball. Goddamn. Nah, bro, it's too late. We pros, nigga.
He's a third-round pick, though. That's the tough part about it.
Who?
Davis.
Last year, nigga.
So he
got to get this shit together. You should have been catching punts all offseason. You should know exactly as soon as that motherfucker leave the punter foot, you should know where it's going.
Yeah, we can fix everything but your psychological issues, bro. Like we can fix a lot of shit. We can fix your technique, but if you dropping punts and you scared out there, we gotta move on, bro. I'm
especially
sorry.
in the Windy City, like nigga, them punts gonna be especially in December and shit. Punts gonna be wherever the fuck they want to be. Can't be muffing them shit.
Hey, what do y'all think about Claypool though? Are y'all gonna draft him in fantasy? I put him on the bench.
I think I might draft him before I draft Mooney.
Really?
Yeah.
We were discussing it on the podcast yesterday with Pearson, Zach Pearson, Braves reporter. Who's gonna have the better year, Claypool or Darnell Mooney? And Claypool's been balling all camp too. He's been having really good days, multiple touchdowns some days. So who would you rather draft in fantasy? And who do you think's gonna have a better year?
I think we have a really good understanding of how our offense is going to
Kevin
be.
Warren.
How our offense is going to be working this year, and we're going to run the ball the same amount of times. You got to understand that.
That's why we got 3 backs.
No more rushing attack last year.
4 backs with Ebner.
You got to also understand that Justin Fields is a weapon with the ball in his hands.
Right. He's going to probably get the most. I mean, him and Herbert. I mean, you see how fast the offense is now. Shit.
I mean, first 2 drives.
Niggas is
65-yard touchdowns.
Niggas is track stars.
And Justin Fields with the ball in his hands too.
Right. He fast. He the fastest one.
Therefore, if Claypool is going to get any touches, and I mean really any touches per game, he has to be able to get open. And marginally,
I mean, he might get a lot of throw ups, like give him a shot. But DJ Moore might be stealing those. To your point, he might be the one that you throw your 50-50s to.
Exactly, and has he earned that over DJ Moore? Is my
hell
question.
no,
not even with his preseason touchdown.
So based off of that, the last nigga I'm drafting is Claypool.
He might get a lot of red zone targets though, just because he gonna have the second. He gonna have the second worst DB on him, or the backup DB, or
I'm drafting GJ Moore if he's available in the 3rd round. That's the only option I'm drafting.
DJ Moore, I think it's gonna be.
I would love to have DJ Moore on my team, but it's hard with
maybe in the
players
flex too.
You're biased. Oh yeah, if you get DJ in the flex, you got a nice team. Or you just got no other position.
In fantasy perspective, I would him as my best receiver.
Nah, I wouldn't.
Would be less than ideal. I want you especially with drafting running backs and receivers high first. There's some other guys I'd take over him. Stephon Diggs. I mean, the receivers in the Chargers too. Mike Williams. Not Mike Williams. There's too much going on with the Chargers.
I don't like Stephon Diggs at all.
Why not?
Yeah, I'm always weird to pick a guy after like off-season drama. So I feel like it's a distraction.
What
I'd pick Gabe Davis though.
You might have some value.
That's a hot take, bro. No, all right.
You get him late too, probably.
How y'all feel about Amari Cooper though? You know you said the shit about
that's
Deshaun Watson, but Amari Cooper puts up production regardless of what's happening. Jacoby Brissett was his quarterback. He was putting up good numbers. I was a receiver that was pretty good for me last year in fantasy.
What did he say about?
He said Deshaun Watson's not gonna have a good year and stuff.
Really?
No, yeah, Julian.
I thought you meant Amari.
No, Amari didn't say that.
Oh. I was gonna say, man.
That comes to the off season in trouble. The trouble shit.
Amari is a bona fide number 1 in this league.
Oh yeah, he's good, solid. Have you guys been seeing George Pickens though?
Yeah, he's been mossing niggas.
And that one play, he caught that ball, and then he put the dude on his knees, bro.
Man.
He put that. Yeah.
I'm glad you said that. George Pickens is high on my board too.
I just don't like that. I don't like average quarterback play if I'm picking a receiver.
He might be good though.
He's gonna be average, nigga.
Here's the thing: he's the only
AFC is stacked.
Yeah.
He's the worst quarterback in that division.
I don't know if Julian thinks that though.
You got Kenny Pickett over Deshaun, or even Lamar.
No, obviously not. But at the same time, I don't think
Definitely ain't over Joe Burrow. So
or Lamar.
Yeah.
But if you ask me that the Steelers are going to get swept by both of those teams in their division, I'm going to say no, because I think
the Steelers are still one of the best coach team, and defensively they're going to be good. And Kenny Pickett's still a baller. And I like what I seen from him last year, but I just don't think he's I don't think he's going to be a elite quarterback. And the reality of it is that division could easily have 3 elite quarterbacks.
Yeah.
And
There's only one team that has solidified themselves in that division, and that's the Cincinnati Bengals.
But you don't think
not Lamar. They
you don't think
go
the
to the
Ravens?
playoffs every year.
Now, if Lamar isn't hurt, they were the best team in the AFC. They had the number 1 seed before he got hurt.
Back-to-back years.
And then
I'm willing to hedge my entire fantasy general manager career on this that the Ravens will not make the playoffs next year.
they won't make the playoffs.
They will not.
We can put some money on that.
There's too much going on in the
They're
AFC,
gonna make the playoffs.
and the
They're gonna make
Bengals
the
are
playoffs.
just too good.
They almost beat the Bengals without Lamar.
With Tyler Huntley. If he didn't fumble the ball at the 1, that play turned into a touchdown.
A 14-point swing.
So I mean, the
We're
Ravens
talking
are
about a Bengals team that doesn't show up until the playoffs. I think my bet is that they will somehow change the narrative going into this season and be a consistent force throughout the entirety of the season.
I hear your perspective on the Bears. I mean, to the Bengals being a more proven team. I agree with that. They've done more. They went to Super Bowl, AFC Championship. The only team to beat the Chiefs back, like their record is good. But looking at the Ravens, this team, championship defense. You know how good their defense is, right? Roquan Smith, linebacker. They have a solid ass defense. If their offense could have put up any production, they're going to be a playoff team. And looking at their offensive coordinator too, Monken from Georgia, experience with having that high flying offense, that can stretch the field and do great things. That's what they're going to do with Lamar. They're going to be a dangerous team, bro. I think they win the division.
I think Odell Beckham is propaganda. I think defensive coordinators.
It's propaganda.
I think defensive coordinator. Okay, Rashad Johnson.
Yeah, get off me. But I'm picking him late too. Don't take him from me.
I don't know. The hard thing is Khalil Herbert is probably going to get a majority of those carries.
Early, so it's a long season. We haven't seen Khalil Herbert as a starter in this league yet.
We haven't.
And they said, your man said that his pass protection is horrible.
You don't get fantasy points off pass protection.
But
you're talking it from perspective of fantasy.
I'm talking.
Yeah, he's talking about
whoever's like later in the season, the best back is going to get the most playing time, and then obviously the most carries.
I like what he's doing right now.
And yeah, he looks good.
That was a good carry, good run.
He's big too. I like him more like Matt Forte than maybe Montgomery.
Khalil Herbert ran a 4.4, a low 4.4, and he probably benches 395 pounds.
Small. He's just big as shit too. Yeah. He's got a big build. He's got a crazy build. I'm just playing fun.
No, I like all our backs.
To make that progress that we're talking about.
Yeah.
That route was kind of Nigga sat on that shit. Good play by the linebacker.
Is that McCaskey? Sell the team.
We'll address some of the outside things away from football as well. We'll talk with Brian in a couple of weeks. But what has Kevin brought to the table with his pretty wide-ranging experience?
Well, you'll see when you have him in the booth. He's a presence.
Dude, they say Kevin Warren saw some lady and he said he's gonna pay for her rent next year.
What you mean saw her?
I saw it somewhere. I forget what the story is, but he's paying for some lady's rent next year.
How nice.
Hey, good little action.
Okay, way to step up and make a play.
Hey,
1-4.
You know who's at quarterback right now? I
thought it was Andy Dalton.
Nah, it's Peterman. A dude that threw like four or five interceptions in the game. Remember against the Bears? He was on Buffalo.
Really?
Yeah, remember that game?
Hell no.
Leonard Floyd had a pick. Everybody had a pick.
Yeah, he's a great leader.
Josh Allen was hurt?
No, this was before Josh Allen. This was 2018.
Oh, okay, that was thinking.
This was Tyrod Taylor was at quarterback.
They want to play for him.
Shout out Tyrod, that's my guy. I think one year I had him starting as my fantasy quarterback. Forget who got injured, but He gonna get a touchdown. Check it out.
Yeah, I like what I see. Made a guy miss, fell forward.
Has always been at the forefront. Your thoughts on what you've seen defensively with a little bit of a beefed up rotation roster in line?
Yeah, so there was much to improve on the
This Titans team's gonna be ass this year. I think.
Yeah, I think
They'll be competitive. They still got a good coach, got Derrick Henry, but this is a year they move off from Tannehill though. After this year, I mean, I thought it would be this year. They draft 2 quarterbacks in the first couple rounds. That's not encouraging at all.
Damn. They was waiting for that cutback.
Excited about because there has been so much discussion. There has been all that buzz. What have you personally overseeing this organization? What have you felt most excited about?
Got that all access
The
pass.
buzz. Bears fans are excited. They deserve a winner. We've been
Hey, you need me to cut your hair, Micah?
Huh?
It's been looking a little rough a long time.
What's going on? You locked in?
I'm locked in. Yeah, I'm locked in. I'm paying bills and stuff. There's other priorities. There's other priorities from the haircut, but I get it soon. Don't worry. I mean, I don't be going nowhere. I just go to work. I got a fiance too. I don't need a cut.
Y'all be outside all the time.
I know. I always wear a hat. Always have the brim on me.
Kevin, Ryan, everybody taking time to give the fans who are excited about this a little bit of insight from your.
That shit was crazy though. First half, first couple of drives, Khalil Herbert 65-yard touchdown, DJ Moore 60-something touchdown. I mean, could you have wanted a better start in the first half?
Of course not.
It's just crazy.
And yeah, I'm really excited about the speed of this team, and we could be one of the most explosive offenses in the National Football League.
And could you have predicted that? Like having a Bears offense be the most explosive offense in the league?
Well, we saw flashes of it. You
Yeah.
could see once we made the adjustments after the bye, we were putting up 30 every single game.
Explosive as hell. Fields 60-yard rushing touchdowns. I mean, this might be the best Bears offense we've seen in a while, though.
Yeah.
2018, it was a decent offense. Allen Robinson, they were, solid people. But right now, you got a quarterback 1,000 yards last season. You got a running back led the league in rushing yards per carry, and you got 2 good tight ends in the red zone. Claypool, Darnell Mooney had a good year one year. This is probably the best offense we've ever had in a minute.
Yeah, outside of that, Jay Cutler's team that with, obviously Matt Forte, Alshon Jeffrey, Brandon Marshall, Martellus Bennett.
Yeah, that was a good ass offense. We just didn't have a good defense at that time either. So
I genuinely feel that we're going to see the best Bears offense and the best Bears defense since we were in the NFC Championship. Since the last time we were in the NFC Championship,
we had Hester, Johnny Knox, bro. Oh, hey, so we was talking to Zach Pearson, right? Check out the episode if you haven't already. But and he said, you know how you like, oh, what is the sports moment you would want to change and fix? He said that he thinks if Jay Cutler didn't get hurt in the NFC Championship that game, the Bears would have went to the Super Bowl. What you think about that? Defensively, we were sound that year.
If he didn't get hurt, he only got hurt till later in that game. Remember, we was a pretty good game. It's not like he got hurt immediately in the first quarter. He got hurt in the fourth quarter, I think, and
it was like the
I don't
second.
know if we're winning that game, even if he gets hurt, but it's possible.
Because we were close to doing good in that game. Caleb Haney came in. He
What's that?
put a drive together. Huh? Yeah, 2010, 2011.
So we would need to beat the Steelers in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I don't know if we're beating the Steelers. I'm be honest.
I don't know, man.
Kevin Moore, the new president of the Bears, will join us next week from Indianapolis. We will address some of the geographical.
I don't know. The Steelers were good that year.
Features that may be in the talks over the course of the
But we also were pretty solid defensively. I think we could have gave them a run for their money.
Next week, and then Brian Poles in a couple of weeks. weeks as well.
Or their money.
Really
Yeah.
appreciate members of the Bears front office giving us a little bit of that.
Who's
time during
17?
this preseason and giving us a little bit of a sense for not just what's on the field, but outside of football as well. Yeah, I think they've been pretty open and transparent with what they've been trying to do.
What do you think about Matt Eberflus as a coach, though? You think he's a good coach? He's ranked like last as in the coach rankings.
We had the word
Eberflus, I think. What did you say? He's ranked last?
Yeah, he was ranked last in coaching. Is Sewell out there?
Will Levis hit a quarterback for Tennessee as they get their first touch of the third quarter?
And
As Dexter.
Will Levis, a lot of opportunities. I mean, I guess he's got a job to win, so.
Was feeling some weird discomfort in the lower body.
Dexter's big as fuck, though.
Very.
He's like 6'6", 312, I think.
First half, which shows his toughness, his grit. He didn't want to come off the field. He was fighting it, but
Yeah, that's a
looks
big
like he's
man.
ready to go.
I think he's gonna have a good year this year. He'll have some good potential, some flashes in this season. Did Dominique Robinson not play today?
Not sure.
Yeah, I don't think he was suited that.
Play fake to Chestnut. Levis with time. But that's a flip of the wrist throw. That is a smooth motion. It's an overthrow.
Hey, but yeah, this Will Levis dude. He puts mayo in his coffee.
Wait, what?
He puts mayo in his coffee.
Ew.
He eats brown bananas. Like he doesn't peel it, he just eats it. There's a quarterback right now. This guy, where do you go to? Penn State, Kentucky, right?
Yeah.
Levis definitely has a big arm.
He eats the banana peel.
He just eats it. He eats it with the peel. He's a different ass dude. Different strokes for different folks. Or whatever. Hey,
Levis stays on his feet, is able to connect.
let it come up.
As he finds the tight end.
Who's that?
Good job at open space by Bacon Clark.
You're gonna be saying that a lot this late in the preseason, yeah.
Fighting for a backup nickel spot and certainly a special team spot. Yes. Well, really what
Now, Stevenson was hooping earlier on in the game. Some good tackles. Hey, I think our secondary is going to be really good this year, though.
I agree.
Tyler Scott's returning. He's another dude that's fast as fuck, man.
Mm-hmm.
And this Stonehouse, who's already made an impact in this game. 49-yard punt, and Tyler Scott returns it back near the 30-yard line. They'll take a short time out of the field. 9:13.
Nice little
Still plenty to watch for here in the second half. A good day.
showing.
That's a beautiful day. We should have considered going.
Maybe the next game.
Uncle Dane and his journey. Relentless with best in class third row leg room. Get 3.9% APR.
But what do you think about the linebackers? I know you're a big linebacker advocate. TJ Edwards, Tremaine Edmonds, and Jack Sanborn. What you think about them? You confident?
I'm hoping Noah Sewell takes TJ Edwards' spot.
What
Because
if
I
not
think
TJ
his,
Edwards' spot?
I
He's
think
probably
his
gonna
ceiling
take
is
Sanborn.
higher than
Yeah,
his.
he's working. He's competing with.
They're working for the Sam linebacker position. Those two. So
What
Sewell,
you gotta understand about the NFL is there's no such thing.
Yeah, they're
as
gonna
a
play their
position.
best two linebackers and nickel. So.
yeah.
I think Noah Sewell has the higher ceiling, but he is a
So?
rookie, so
It is crazy because I did fuck with Sanborn last year. He was making a lot of big plays. But we were talking on the episode yesterday. Was it the right decision to move on from Roquan?
absolutely. Absolutely. I think Roquan has a certain value that a lot of teams were willing to pay for, or some teams were willing to pay for. We just weren't one of them because that's not what was appropriate compared to where we were as a team to invest in a Mike linebacker.
Yeah. And just looking at how our defense is structured too, like Tremaine Edmonds is really good in coverage at that mic in that spot. So I really like him better in our defense, and we play a lot of nickel. So just having a guy like that, he's big as fuck. He looks like Devondre Campbell too. They got the kind of similar build. They're both huge, lengthy, and fast. So I'm excited to see how him and TJ Edwards do this year. I don't care either or, Sanborn or Noah Sewell. As long as we get a good production out of the other linebacker that comes in.
Right.
But I think this is a good linebacker corp we have this year.
Right.
Do you think it's better than what's his name, Danny Trevathan and Roquan, or not in 2018?
Danny Trevathan was a disappointment. And Roquan, but it is two different defenses. Like we're talking about a Tampa 2 versus base 4, base quarters defense. So I don't know.
That's been a rotating roster in Seattle, and Homer.
It's just Danny Trevathan. He had one good year. He was usually banged up a lot too. I fuck with Danny Trevathan.
You're right. He's a special teams demon, and when he brings
Special teams demon.
Gives him a shot to make it work.
Got the ankles. I'm telling you, this was a good pickup in free agency.
Who?
Homer.
Travis Homer from Seattle.
Good push off the line of scrimmage by the Bears.
He went to Miami.
Right there. It doesn't get any prettier than that. Just a hair of making a guy miss. He would have turned the corner there.
He's a solid player.
Yeah, that was Ford opening up that cutback lane. Good receiving block that time. To open it up for Homer, you see what he's been able to do. All that with Seattle, and again, a lot of good special teams.
He might be our best receiving back.
Oh! Who's that?
Damn. Who is that? Oh, it's Isaiah Ford, the dude we picked up. He's played with the Dolphins. He's got to make the roster.
I like it.
Left homie.
38 ain't make the roster.
But to be fair, this guy, he played a lot with the Dolphins. He made their roster a couple times. It's pretty fast too. Why did they give that man 32?
That's what was left, nigga. What you mean?
He's got experience. He's pretty solid.
He was on the Colts practice squad last season.
He might make the team, low key.
Yeah, taking care of that tight little bit approach to halfway point of the first.
The cancer has spread to my skull, my spine,
That's a
and my
big project.
pelvis. And so much of it was such a team effort.
I need to watch Johnny Manziel doc, man.
That shit was crazy.
I haven't had a chance to watch it. But it's crazy, dude.
How is
he gonna not watch any film ever?
That shit was part of his life. He didn't have to.
And how did he not get cut for that?
Literally didn't have to.
He didn't watch film in college? Wait, don't
Don't
spoil it for me.
Oh, after practice, nigga, he was done thinking about football. He wasn't practicing or playing the game. He wasn't thinking about football.
Yeah, that's nice. And it's not like he was completely ass. Like, he had some good games, some decent games. But he obviously wasn't good enough to
stay focused.
Yeah.
Right, in the league, you can't not work at your craft.
You can only get away with it so much.
Right, you got to be a special athlete.
Especially at the quarterback position, you have to watch film.
Did he go first overall?
Nah, he went 22nd.
Yeah, 22nd. The Cowboys, I remember they were going to take him college. Then he came in with Trent Richardson, didn't he?
That's a good question.
That was a bad draft year for the
I think it was.
Terrible draft year for them.
Is important. So if anyone in your family has Illinois Medicaid, for all kids,
Listen up. Check the mail for
I
your
need to
renewal.
tap in with my insurance.
Complete the form. And mail it back right
But nah, yeah,
away.
the season can't come fast enough. Love what I've been seeing from this
If
team
you
this
use Illinois
game,
Medicaid
you know.
for all kids, there's
A lot of bright spots, a lot of stuff to be positive about.
Low cost, quality health plan.
Dude, we got a lot of injuries, so that's the thing. A lot of guys are banged up.
Right. I want to see
Offensive
Nate Davis play.
Him, he's banged up. I'm trying to think who else. I think it's just Nate Davis, yeah.
Chevy drives Chicago.
So it's hard to get that continuity or whatever, yeah. Hard to build that chemistry with the offensive line. That's why we're seeing the Bears struggle a lot in training camp with some of their blocking and stuff, you know, up front. That was a good pass, though. Nice little dot.
Yeah, we got to put some points up.
This is, yeah, you guys think does it matter if you win games in the preseason or not? Like, if you go undefeated?
No, because you're not going out there with who you're going to go out there every week. You just want to see. You want to have guys win individual battles. So you got the best 11 on the field. But what I don't like is all these turnovers. You know what I'm saying? That goes on the coaching if every group is making mistakes. So we'll see. The biggest thing is going to be this game compared to next game. How better we look.
Last year, we really, they mentioned it. We really didn't get too many penalties. We were pretty good in that area.
That's what you want.
Honestly, I would kept Darnell right in the whole game.
For what?
Getting good at experience. Okay. Now, but we got our center from Illinois we drafted last year in right now. Excited to see how he's doing.
When Justin Fields was dealing with that sore hip, appeared sparingly in his career, but
Didn't he play in the Jets game? Remember we got clapped by the Jets?
Yeah, he did play in the Jets game. That shit was terrible. That was a joke.
Yeah. Do we get the emergency quarterback this season for active rosters? Yeah, teams are going to keep.
This should be a good new rule. That rule was made for the 49ers.
That was unfortunate all the way through.
What rule?
Okay.
Are you live now, Julian?
What do you mean live? Yeah, I'm live.
Okay. I know you was trying to watch it from the beginning.
In the NFL last year, which is the most we've seen. So,
but no, yeah. Running backs were pretty set. We got a pretty good group. Like every time there's a running back rumor, like Jonathan Taylor, running backs up for grabs. Everybody's like, yeah, the Bears first. The Bears need to get him.
I was the third quarterback behind the old Donald and Mike Thompson, but they activated me every Sunday and it came into play when I played. As a rookie.
Yeah. 47's having a decent day on the Titans. Everywhere.
Sure enough, I'm in the game. And Mike was able to come back and play the rest of the game, but it got us through a pitch there, and you want to have that available. You can't have an NFC Championship game come down to it.
I want Bayless to get some more touches. I like what he did last end of the year last year. That Vikings game, yeah, that nice little touch.
I ain't like him up in the punt though.
No, yeah. In the game today?
Right.
You definitely got to clean that shit up. Damn, Peterman.
Come on, man. Get rid of it early. That ain't your skill set.
I really like what they're doing. For Tevin Jenkins, for him to find a home at guard, I thought he played extremely well.
Dude, he's our best lineman, man.
Really?
Last year, he was really fucking good. I was like, everybody, like,
better than Braxton Jones?
I thought so, yeah. Braxton Jones was second.
He can play any position out there, offensive line.
How you like him in number 8?
With him at the center position, then you bring in
it's kind of clean.
Davis, who comes from a power.
He had to give his jersey out to DJ.
Tennessee, the Bears led the league in rushing, and the guy, Darnell Wright, is going to be amazing. He is a fantastic player that fans are going to love. Bears allow their first sack of the day. Cairo Santos puts the Bears back in front with 29 yards.
So what do you think of our center?
Cody Whitehair?
Mm-hmm.
Like he's been a good offensive lineman for us for like years. So I think he's like 29 or 30. But having a guy like that up front, that I like it. We don't know what we're getting with Lucas Patrick. Definitely though, next year we'll probably draft a center though. Go after a center and draft though.
Yeah, Lucas Patrick is a backup.
Good backup though. If he's your backup, because he could play guard and center.
What's the definition of a good backup?
A guy that can play multiple positions, I think. And he started with the Packers. So last year, bro, every game he was getting hurt though. That's the only thing.
Your road to happiness begins in a new shift.
He broke his did some shit in training camp last year, and then during the season he got banged up, and I think it was a leg injury or something.
Look, Mom, I got one. Oh, yeah, you did. But we need an ATM for our bank, unless you want to spend a small fortune in fees.
No, thank you. Banking with BMO means more fee-free ATMs than the two largest U.S. banks combined, including places like pharmacies and grocery stores.
Saving money and more convenient. Look at you being so helpful.
What do you expect? You're spending at a help stop.
How good do you think the Packers are going to be this year, Joanne?
That's you.
That's me. At a desk.
You know, I watched the
You watched their game?
the Packer game.
I'm going to like this story.
Yeah, I watched the Packer game the other day, and I watched specifically to see how Jordan Love would do.
Me too. I watched the highlights.
Until one day you
It was like he
With the
played
hope
well.
that he would be, with the hope that he would do as poorly as I hoped he would do. But I think
your toddler didn't tantrum.
He played fair.
I think they're going to be good
The end.
enough to like the defense is solid. Let's get
Right.
that out.
They got a pretty good defense.
They have a great running game too, and Christian Watson looks like he can be somebody who can be actually a star in this league. With all that being said,
Dobbs too.
I don't think Jordan Love is going to carry on the standard of the Packer quarterbacks for the last 25 years.
And it's like how like lucky you have to be to have 3 franchise quarterbacks all pop, you know. Brett Favre was with the Packers for a while. Rodgers for how many years was he there? It was like forever, it seems. So you know, that's how it starts. Tevin Jenkins, I'm telling you, bro, he's a monster. Donna Wright, hearing good things about him too. Been encouraging.
They're young at tackle, the two bookends right there. When you look at Braxton Jones and what he was thrown into last year, he graded out higher than some of the tackles.
Nate Davis is like 26 too, I think, so he's pretty young.
Nice.
The tackles that he graded higher than they had.
They just need to build that cohesion, man. Continuity.
I think he's going to develop all fruits working with him. He said he's a very quick study.
I do think we are going to go as far as Braxton Jones will allow us to go this year.
He was good last year, though. Well, he was pretty
He's got to
solid.
be better.
Yeah.
He's got to be better
Yeah.
for us to make the playoffs.
That guy was just typically impressive.
Did Darnell White get snaps today?
He started.
Okay.
He played a lot in the first quarter and with a little bit in the second.
Let's go for the Bears. There's a good slot throw by
What's that, 36?
Well, Levis getting a lot of tick. I mean, I guess you got to want to see what you got.
I drafted him in the first round, no?
Yeah. Or second. Yeah, he went second round. What's crazy is they wanted him to go in the top 10 so
The
bad.
Colts. I knew he was, though. I'm happy.
They wanted him to go number 1 overall. They don't know what the fuck. That goes to show they don't really know what the fuck they talking about.
Todd, no, Kyber, no.
Like, how you got my man going on first overall? He was like my highest graded quarterback.
Dude, Will Levis was propaganda.
Nah, he was the great shooter. We always gotta have one white quarterback. I mean, now it's like getting more and more like black quarterbacks. are the ones that are the best.
The dude from North Carolina though is gonna be really good. Drake May.
Yeah, Drake May is
He's
nice.
gonna be really good.
I used to put heavy bread on North Carolina because of him.
He's gonna be good, I think.
Heavy.
Caleb Williams too. I mean, you think teams are gonna
Oh, yeah,
tank for
Caleb
Williams?
Williams is the chosen one.
You think they got tank for him?
If you ask, you know what I'm saying? Look at the Bears did. We saw we were like at an impasse. Like, all right, we're not as good as how much we paying some of these niggas. Let's get motherfuckers off the books and tank, and then we'll rebuild, with our bread and free agency and in the draft with the picks we trade for. Gibson ain't fucking around though.
Coverage sack.
Yeah.
My man,
Dude had every opportunity last year to be the guy. He wasn't.
Yeah, but I think with Yannick now, that takes pressure off him, and he can be a little better. Because when Robert Quinn was there, and who was it, Khalil Mack too? He had 7 sacks that year, so he was pretty solid. He just can't be the guy.
damn.
And that's okay. We just need him to have.
If you being the guy is predicated on another guy being the guy, you hate it.
I say he would go be the guy.
But yeah, if he's our third best pass rusher, that's a good thing, I think.
Yeah, me too.
Because he can come in and pass rush against a guard and third and long, or when we got our speed package out there, he could be the fourth or third guy on that.
Okay, Khalil Mack Jr.
Hey,
I told you, bro. Terrell Lewis, man.
This motherfucker out here want to get a.
these quarterbacks ain't doing a goddamn thing though. They think they got all day. These niggas is turning a whole corner and coming back around. Damn.
Yeah, Terrell Lewis is moving.
This ain't Kentucky, nigga. What you You don't think niggas is shape? You got to step up, my boy.
Hey, but you think Kendall Vildor is going to get cut? They got him in right now. This is the first time he's been in, too.
Let's find
keep in
out.
mind, as a backup, I would hate to see him playing
I
at
didn't
all
think
this
he was
year.
that bad last year. I don't think Kendall Vildor was that bad last year.
He was pretty below average. He was pretty below average.
You remember him last year? It was when Jalen Johnson would be out. He would be in there a lot. But he was pretty solid, I thought. But like I said, he's another one of those that's not the guy, but can be good depth. Terrell Lewis is hooping, man.
So much of football is becoming like baseball.
We have a lot of sacks in this game. We got like 4 or 5.
Yeah, we definitely be getting to the passer.
No, we got 6 sacks.
Then you bring in the middle reliever, and then you have the closer.
Terrell Lewis got 2. Travis Gibson got 1. Noah Sewell got a sack too. So that's good.
The Bears defense that desperately needed pass rush help.
That's encouraging to see. Last year we were last in sacking the quarterback, and this first preseason game got 6 sacks.
Yeah,
That's something we could be happy about.
yeah, for sure.
Yannick, the man.
Yannick has had 8+ sacks, so this is a nice addition that just got picked up on August the 3rd. 9.5.
Would you guys still want the Bears to pick up Jadeveon Clowney?
Was sorely lacking last year for Chicago, dead last in the league in terms of their
Right
sack.
price.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he'll get too much because it's August now. It's before training camp. They're not gonna. Hey, Pinkins.
Yeah, I'm starting to really like that nigga.
Him and Dexter, man. Hey, Bose might have cooked with those two.
Let's find out. I need to see the replay.
Dexter from Florida.
Huh? Yeah, he was from Florida. Now, the thing about him, they drafted him later on. It was more scheme. The defense he was playing in, people thought, they're asking him to do the wrong things. But
How many has he made any plays today?
no, he's been making a lot of plays. in the backfield, just getting pressure back there too, pushing, getting running backs, getting some kind of control on the O-line. It's been good. And it's good to have those two hit and have those guys be a lot better than they were last year. I mean, interior guys be better. Justin Jones was really the only good interior I think we had last year.
Really?
I like Justin Jones.
Ain't nobody was good on the defensive line.
Crazy.
No, neither is a long weekend. But they come and play through their own payroll.
Did you listen to the Trippie Redd album, Julian?
Get paid, Tom.
No, I did not.
I listened to it today. It was pretty decent.
It's really good, actually.
Better than Travis's?
I mean, it's more my speed for sure. Travis was just a little too, disco
It's
kind
more Kanye West, man. It's
of.
that kind of fact. If you live, you gotta think about it.
You
bro.
can't disrespect Kanye.
That's not disrespectful.
That shit wasn't Kanye.
You gotta listen
It
to
was
again.
like, yeah, he was going for like the Kanye shit, but I think it fell short.
You gotta listen to it again, my guy. I'll put you on some shit later.
I mean, I gave it a good opportunity, nigga. What you mean? How many times I gotta listen to it? But that trippy a vibe though.
Yeah.
He and that bitch singing. It's an R&B tape. So
I mean,
like
his last album was the Marlon Manson one.
that shit was hard.
You thought so?
Which one? You
The
talking
one
about
he
what?
just dropped this year.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
It's a lot of people said it's like the worst album ever to come out.
The one,
The Manson one?
Music.
Yeah,
Nah, that shit. I listened to that every day for a very long time.
that's what's up.
Yeah, nah, that shit hard to me, but
I like how
art is subjective.
What's up?
But
So, for this game, who do you think's had the best game so far?
I think Gibson for sure.
Gibson, Lewis, Terrell Lewis had 2. DJ Moore having that touchdown first play was. Some guys are showing up in this game. That's what you want to see.
Sure. He smoked it.
We might get a dub.
Our fourth one in 2 years.
But I mean, how you guys feel about Poles as the GM? You guys confident in him?
Oh yeah, for sure.
I think the moves he's made has been coming through.
And we have more bread than everybody else next year too, and draft
2
capital.
first-round picks.
We
Carolina
good.
first-round pick. Oh yeah,
We finna probably make some noise this year, and then we could be a Super Bowl contender next year
I think so.
if we continue on this trajectory.
Hey, Marvin Harrison. Who do you want to take next year? We'll come back. What you think, Julian? What you think about Poles?
I think well, this is sort of the first time I've really analyzed the GM's moves, in every single detail with regard to those moves. But I think it's been nothing short of excellence.
I think so too, man. Because you look at what Pace left him. Pace had Khalil Mack, all these dudes he paid, these older guys. Danny Trevathan got Brad a huge contract too. So he was in cap hell. And he turned it around in just 1 year. God. Now this dude was, I think in USFL or something, he was crazy.
Yeah, they just went over his stats. Nigga was putting video game numbers up.
Shepherd University alum.
Where the fuck is that?
I don't know. It's the first time I heard of that university. I'd rather have him on the team than Peterman.
Hey, let's find out.
Peterman having the wrong records.
All right, boys, I'm about to log off.
All right, man.
All right.
Appreciate you for coming on.
No problem. Yeah, boys, take it easy.
You too.
All right, one.
As you mentioned with Johnson, didn't really get the chance to show how talented he is. Obviously, sharing the backfield with Bijan Robinson, but he truly is a do-it-all back.
Yeah, I like you look at Texas and you look at their, Bijan Robinson. That's the main guy you think of in that backfield. So it's interesting to see, him still have that production he had too with Texas. Be a good back, solid back.
Right. I mean, Bijan went number what? First round,
Like 7,
top 5 pick, top 10 pick for a reason.
Ooh.
So,
I
be
think,
on the team like that.
Yeah. Have you been more excited to see the offense or the defense in this game? I've been liking what the defense is doing. I've been more excited to see what they're getting going on the next
I
drive.
think my biggest question is the defensive line or offensive line. So, I like what I've seen from both, especially in the spring game offensively. So, I'm excited. And then obviously the 6 sacks is huge. So,
Yeah, very encouraging.
I want to see Yana get a jersey.
He'll probably play the next preseason game.
Joe Reed is from 90 miles south of Charlottesville, small town of about 500 people.
But no, I like what I've seen from the defensive line. Just need guys to get, healthier in those trenches. Some injuries. DeMarcus Walker is a guy I've been wanting to see too, but he's dealing with some injuries too. He should be good for week 1 though.
So we're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Obviously, on a normal game, you wouldn't do this, but in a preseason game, you're trying to get these potential reps in. Agent's going to let it loose.
Would you look at that? He could make this team. Therese Fountain, he's a guy from the Chiefs too.
Yeah.
Look like David Bowie. If you know, you know.
Throws it away from the defensive back and Fountain. Looks like he got both feet down.
They're challenging him for it. That's
It is a
good.
challenge though from again acting head coach Terrell Williams. I'll give it a shot. It's a completed catch. Tennessee has challenged.
It's a good ball.
Let's take a look. Nice back shoulder away from the DB.
So yeah, you don't think like winning games in preseason matters towards regular season?
No. A lot of the teams that never won a game went undefeated
Yeah.
in preseason. I think Detroit was one.
Yeah. The Ravens though, they had like the record for most preseason consecutive wins or something like that. Yeah, they're doing. That's probably the only good example of that.
Right.
Yeah, I think the Ravens are going to be solid though.
Care doctors help you feel your
Me too.
to live for the rest of your life by making the most of every moment. As
It's a
your
commercial.
partner in
Telemundo.
convenient and exceptional care.
But they got the tea in the back.
You live for what matters most.
It's the brand.
But what are you thinking about streaming wise during the regular season?
To choose from, something for every style and every budget. Isn't that right?
Yeah.
I mean, streaming is cool too during the games, but maybe a couple, maybe the, I don't know, the interesting games I would probably want to watch. And the last year, interesting, like Carolina, we could stream that one. Okay. Some of the games, like Green Bay versus Chicago, I think we got to be locked in.
People tell you your TV is too loud, or if listening in some environments has become too difficult. We are requesting your participation in a special program called the
Do you get paid?
Risk-Free Challenge. Now, to take part in this event, you must call. So please get a pencil and write down the number below.
No, hopefully we can do some shit this year, though. When, maybe we could try to bring Zach on again.
Call us and
For the
take
season
Sure.
starts.
Risk-Free
I talked to
Challenge.
him too.
This summer, happiness is an issue.
I think that episode was good. I just think our mic was too low.
No more
But it was good because the background noise was like completely out. I didn't hear shit, too much shit in the back. A lot of shit. But that is like it was perfect though. I was set up though, so I like that. Did you see Malik Cunningham for the Patriots? Remember that quarterback from Louisville? It's kind of like Lamar, similar. He played for the Patriots in the preseason game. They had him at receiver first half. He didn't do shit. The quarterback wasn't throwing it to him. He gets in the second half, plays quarterback, scores a touchdown, has a couple good drives. He juked his linebacker out of his socks. It was nuts. So it was good.
Surprised he played receiver.
Yeah. Roshan's our running back still. Yeah, it's hard to get things going with probably the offensive line they got out there.
Yeah, anytime you this late in the first preseason game, that blocking will be hit or miss.
Yeah.
Run for Johnson here.
Noah Sewell. That's crazy though. Him and his brother are going to be facing each other this year.
So what?
Him and his brother are going to be facing each other this year.
Oh yeah.
His brother played for the plays for the Lions. Damn, yeah, the run game's not looking too good right now. Offensive line. Damn, 74.
Able to really blow it up for Roshan. Nowhere to go there for him.
That's guy. We need to get out of there.
Right now, 80 on top.
Hit him with turning your playbook. Don't come to the office. Coach want to talk to you. Bring your playbook.
Right.
That shit.
Never want to get that.
That shit in training camp is probably heartbreaking. Have you been watching Hard Knocks?
I haven't.
I heard it's really good.
Really?
I need to tap in.
I know I want to just to see A-Rod.
No, I got this buddy I work with, Keith. Shout out Keith from Target and Frozen. It's my guy, big Jets fan. Talk to him about Jets all the time. I was talking to him about the episode. He seemed really hyped. He seemed really hyped. Just about how, especially with Rodgers being with Zach Wilson, maybe he can help him get to the level he needs to be too.
He's just going to head down near the 31-yard line. It's going to be 4th down. They are still in field goal range, certainly for Carlos Santos.
We might get a little victory out of today, a dub. The actual victories, not the moral victories.
Deadly accurate kicker here for the Bears.
Cairo. I had him in fantasy too. It's pretty decent.
Yeah, he's been pretty good.
Very short stint. This will be from 49. With the snap of the veteran Patrick Scales and Trenton Gill doing the holding. They were a very strong tandem in their first year together last year. Santos played.
Yeah, we're gonna have to go to a game this year too. What you think?
I know.
Well, the bad thing is I like watching the games at the crib. You can sit and chill. I have it on a screen like this. But also I like going to the games too. But if you go to those games later on in the year, you're questioning your sanity. How cold
Oh,
it
I
is.
don't go after this home.
That's the thing. You don't want to go to them cold ass games. It'd be cheaper, but see how Anthony Richardson did today. A lot of promising things though with the Bears today. Some good things to be positive about. Defensive line, 7 sacks, 6 sacks. I mean, so it's looking good for us in that area. I think we talked about people getting healthier. I think that will help the production. But I'm excited. This Bears team's looking good. I do think preseason sometimes matters. You get a victory, happy, go undefeated, but I think it'll translate to the regular season too. Week 1, Packers. It's gonna be an exciting game. Excited for that. So looking forward to that game. Hopefully we can steal that rivalry back. Some good commercials. Sirius XM Sports. Let's see what other games are on today. I think Bryce Young plays soon. I'm excited to see him play. see how he looks. Carolina Panthers, we had their first round pick, so need them to do better. I would need them to not do as good. Bryce Young, though, I think this Panthers team is going to be solid, though. If I had to imagine, because Frank Reich, I think he's going to do good with Bryce Young. I like them defensively. They're too good to be like one of the worst teams in the NFL. Last year, with no quarterback, they were pretty solid. So Steve Wilkes was a good coach too, but I think they'll be a solid team this year.
He is the lone kicker on the roster in the preseason. The Bears did for a moment have Andre Schmidt, who's a talented rookie out of Syracuse, on the roster, but Santos.
Yeah, I've been really excited to see the defense get back out there and see how they've been doing.
Harris Jackson, rookie out of Georgia.
Okay. Damn. A lot of movement. Elijah Hicks, pretty decent safety on the back end. Last year got a lot of good experience.
How did it feel? First time out there, Bears uniform, you get to make a big play like that, make the fans go crazy. Just how did that feel for you as an emotional football player?
It was scary at first, being team, but it was cool. So once I got the ball in my hand, it was just that quick moment.
Give me a quick sense.
I can't wait to see his ass in the regular season go crazy.
Every time I've gone down to do a Carolina game, you've had a different quarterback going to you, and yet you've always been productive. What was the toughest part? What was the biggest challenge?
Yeah, they're interviewing DJ Moore right now.
Quarterback to quarterback while you're in Carolina. All those guys are talented players.
Yeah, let me see that play again.
Yeah, they were all talented, but didn't build relationships with everybody.
That shit was too easy.
Good friends and had good things with all of them. The tough part was that they all kept getting injured, and I never want to see somebody get injured. But
well, DJ, you've really come up with a quick rapport with Justin Fields. How has that developed, and how they catch on so quickly? Also, McCann, it seemed like every other day you guys are connected.
This came quick. It came quicker than we
Another sack. It's Travis Gibson.
Just talking about everything at the route that we didn't connect on, route that we did connect on, concept. Just putting the time in doing practice sometimes after, and then when OCAs broke, we flew a few times off site, and we kept going from there.
Well, your ability in Carolina to run.
It's cold. They got number 1 and 2 too.
Obviously, the Bears were personally rushing the football. Maybe just touch on that, because this is a marriage made in heaven, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, blocking is essential, especially now in this offense. We got a great group of backs that can break at any time. So doing a run game is beneficial. The same beneficial.
I'm trying to see that one defensive lineman we have. We drafted in the 7th round.
Be a team player.
What's his name? Travis Bell.
You like playing on the outside, but it feels like no matter who is running the show in Carolina, they use you in so many different ways. How have you developed that ability to line up in the backfield, line up slot? You've been able to do a lot of different things in your career.
Just taking on the playbook just like a quarterback would. Being able to know the checks.
Did he watch the lock though?
Be able to be
hell yeah. I mean, his production shows it.
Well, what do you enjoy best about the city of Chicago? What have you enjoyed doing for such a variety?
Just getting to see the city. The city is wonderful. I've been around the city for a few times, and we just had a baby, so now I'm in the house most of the time.
Shout out him. Congrats.
Congratulations, DJ. Welcome to Chicago, man. DJ Moore kind enough to join us.
No, yeah, he's right there, 73. They said he was like the defensive tackle out of Atlanta. Poles really loves his ass.
I couldn't believe how quickly they caught on. It was every day. I witnessed a couple of practices up there to hell us all, but it was every day that something else was happening. Like, whoa, they just have such a good feel.
Is that Malik?
Just like that block route that he took for the touchdown for 62 yards, his ability to accelerate for a big man. He pulled away from extra.
Damn, Builder.
Good open field spotlight. Kinsey by Kendall Vildor, who had to play a lot last season, and finally got some opportunities to start a season ago, but it's kind of fighting for a spot right now. He dealt with an ankle injury.
But you can tell like that Poles has come in and he's like really like prioritize his guys, Like if Pace drafted him, that's why Gibson and Builder are on the outside kind of too. Probably production based too.
Right. And you always want to get better talent in the door. So.
Clark, another rookie. 7 minutes to play in the fourth. 3rd down and long for Tennessee.
Oh yeah, Bell. Get on, Bell. Yes. I told you. Coming off the edge too.
Mm. Mm.
Yeah, I'm hyped about him.
Man, we sacking.
Hella sack.
What?
Sacks.
About.
Come again, say what? You know what I mean. That's crazy. 8 sacks. What's the record in the preseason game? Are we trying to get the record secretly?
You're not supposed to tell nobody. What you talking about? Talking about secretly. Ooh, wait, that look good, don't it?
Trying to get both of them. Both of them. No, I'm fantasy. I'm fantasy.
Crazy.
I'm fantasy. You gonna watch Bryce Young play?
Yes, it was. Might as well.
Shout out Julian for plugging us with the YouTube TV account. We're probably not gonna log out that joint. We're gonna keep that one at drafts.
Appreciate that they use real ingredients like fresh beef and Wisconsin cheese. The frozen custard is so fresh and creamy. It tastes like it was made just for us.
Culver's? I haven't in a while.
Me either. I got one right by my house. It's right by Fatty's.
That's right. I'm cool on it.
Well, yeah, hey, Corn Fest is coming up.
Really? What's that?
You never been to Corn Fest?
Nope.
You know, some DeKalb native alum, DeKalb alum. This is the biggest thing in DeKalb, Corn Fest. You have to come through with us. Bring the girls too.
I'll look into it.
It's the 25th through the 27th in August. Shout out Corn Fest. Hopefully sponsors.
You're going to like this story because it's about you. You who forgot to charge your phone last night. You who sprinted to the boarding line so your bag will fit. You with him. Until one day you boarded a United plane that was designed for, well, you.
But I don't think Anthony Richardson did that hot today.
So everyone else has read the stories about them.
He threw a pick.
Tantrum, you got to fly happily ever after.
Yeah, 7 for 12 today.
Yeah, I haven't been impressed by either one of the Titan quarterbacks.
They look.
2023
Doesn't look good for them. Offensive line hasn't been helping them either, but they've been like holding the ball too long too.
Right.
Maybe our secondary is that good.
Strong possibility.
Very strong possibility.
Tennessee ain't gonna be good though.
Jacksonville's winning that division. Okay, Homer. Okay, Homer. It's a flag.
Offense number 79. 10-yard penalty. There's no first down. It's game
Cut
4.
him.
You get 10 holding penalty. So first and long coming up. Take a closer look at a featured player for the Bears. It's courtesy of Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois. We'll lock in on the defense.
Tremaine Edmonds.
The big additions for the Bears defense. That's Tremaine Edmonds.
Yeah, he's a dog, man.
Pro Bowler twice in his career. He's got a great family of football players.
We gave him the bag too, but I ain't tripping about
He is
that.
a key addition to the linebackers.
No, I had to.
His wingspan. He's a legit 6'5" linebacker, but it's hard. Like you can't really run around him because his radius is so big. And Sean McDermott, when they drafted him to the Buffalo Bills, he was in the bring down. He is a smart player. It shows that he didn't even make a mental mistake throughout his first game in Buffalo. He's a great player. Very rare that he would miss a
Tall
game.
as
He
fuck.
started
Yeah.
74 out of
So I'm saying he like 6'5".
and when you played for the Bills recently, you're going to be in the playoffs.
Way taller than TJ Edwards.
Really good
Very
experience
tall.
for Tremaine Edmonds at that linebacker spot.
Did he play today?
TJ Edwards?
No.
No, Edmondson played today. He still wants some injury.
The top units in the NFL for multiple years.
But they say he's going to
There's
be. He should be able to play.
TJ Edwards, number 53, who signed a 3-year deal with the Bears. He's a teammate for 1 year at Wisconsin with Jack Sanborn. He was a senior when Sanborn was a freshman. And I saw the development and growth of Edwards over the last couple of seasons.
Yeah,
Homer takes it.
I'm really confident about our backfield this year.
That was a Philadelphia team that had guys like
Yes,
Alex
I agree.
Singleton,
Josh Jacobs, Jonathan Taylor. Why trade for those dudes? Got a pretty good backfield.
Right.
I give up capital that you don't need to give up.
Right. And we got, you know, Herbert's a home run hitter. Justin Fields a home run hitter. And then Deontay,
He's a
power
hard
back. And then you have Homer and Roshan as, you know, good third down back.
You think Ebner's gonna get cut?
That's a good question.
I ain't even seen him get out there, to be honest. He might have
I don't know. Somebody got to.
He's a dude that we drafted last year. Can he get in? No, yeah, he did.
Davis, the rookie. Check that marker for the far side of the field. Yeah, Bagent was apprehensive. He wanted to come to the underneath the return route to Fountain, but then just kept on reading it out.
Offense, number 46 was covered up. That penny was declined, fourth down.
So some sloppiness here, but
Look at that man's sleeve, bro. That shit clean.
last few players.
It's my biggest regret, man. Well, not my biggest regret, but right when I had the sleeve and I was clean and ready for the ACL.
He produced in his second season as the Bears head coach.
Should look clean in that NIU thing, too.
Indianapolis as the defensive coordinator
It's tough.
player.
So,
Brenton Gill boots it away. Eric Mirror from the 20.
Man.
Elijah Hicks with tackle special
Sam.
teams. 54-yard punt. For the next game for the Bears, speaking of which, we'll be at Lucas Oil Stadium to see Matthew Perpluse's.
What are you looking for in that game?
against Colts, I want to see a little bit of both. Anthony Richardson and Justin. I want to see the Bears be able to get after them. It looks like we're getting after these quarterbacks that are elusive. I mean, Malik Willis, he's having a bad day.
That's true.
Colts, it's another team that's going to be ass.
News breaking that night that Andrew Luck is retiring while we were in Chicago for an Indianapolis.
But I'm hyped. Buddy got that sack, though. That was clean.
Of course, Anthony Richardson.
I was talking a lot of good stuff about dude.
Right.
Colts as well.
Talking him up.
That'll be interesting to see it. He's a young talent out of Florida that's getting some run. Not a lot of starts. He's a raw player, but boy, as for athleticism, he has it. As for arm strength, he can spin the football, just the flick of the wrist, launch that football 80 yards in the air. He's just a raw player. If they're going to break him off, they're the right blueprint. They feel he's ready to play. They'll insert him as their starter early.
Oh,
That's what I'm talking about.
that's on Haskins.
There's Chestnut. And a nice job shooting the gap. That's by Travis
Oh,
Bell.
probably talking
We're
about
gonna see a
Richardson.
little bit of Bell today. It's one of the interesting pieces. A 7th-round pick. First ever player drafted out of Kennesaw State. Now had 11 sacks and nearly 25 tackles for loss in his career. Yeah,
Crazy.
How many years?
It was one season. No, he had like a lot of sacks last year too. I think that was his career.
The defensive line, they reshape the linebackers. And I like the secondary.
Went to a small school, but he was solid as fuck. He got an interesting build though.
Right. He's built lower. Oh, he's getting good push. Damn, nigga wide open. Better not lose, boy.
Jackson, a rookie out of Georgia, as we mentioned, picks up 34. Remember, this is a Tennessee team that signed
Tough.
DeAndre Hopkins. That's one of their big additions. Robert
What's
Woods,
Peyton
their
Jason?
lead receiver.
Let's go.
This is a team that really focused on the run and struggled with the pass. Hopkins is hoping to be a big addition for Ryan Tannehill.
How good do you think Diop's gonna be for them?
Their pass game.
Nah, he's not going to be good.
You don't think so?
Yeah.
Tennessee can last. Yeah, you know, because when they fizzled in
Yeah, it's
That's where receivers go to die.
someone
Julio
has
had a
that.
terrible year.
And so you just wonder if they're going to plan on opening up.
Now he's not on tape.
Much like the Bears, who are going to open up their pass off.
Damn.
That's it. Undercutting, hit that side.
Flipped his ass.
Gotta get the ball out, sir.
Who was able to get that hit. Trahan, the rookie out of Louisiana Lafayette, 6 years at ULL, 57 games, and one of the best ball hawks in Sun Belt Conference history, makes the hit on Gavin Holmes.
Okay, that's what's up.
Holmes. He's a brave man. He knew that hit was coming, but it was just the timing of the throw that allowed that completion to happen. But nice hit by Trahan. Approaching the 2-minute warning. Tennessee still has
63 is pretty solid too. Anthony Jones.
It's Chestnut.
We're getting off blocks.
Number 67, we picked him up from the Panthers. Pretty decent D lineman.
Offense number 68.
Let's go. How you doing?
Tennessee will be on the road at Minnesota next week.
I think Minnesota's not looking good.
I feel like they're gonna regress. How much is gonna be the question.
They got a lot of they got younger.
Yeah. I like their coach. I like the Jordan Addison addition.
He's gonna be good this year.
So I don't think they're all the way out of it, but I don't think they're gonna be, 13-4 or whatever the fuck that was.
And a lot of those games were close games too.
All of them were.
Yeah, they won them. But
They won. They were undefeated in like one-score games.
that Buffalo game, remember? Justin
Right.
Jefferson had that nasty catch.
Man, that shit was crazy.
Got 2 minutes left.
The cancer had spread to my skull, my spine, and my pelvis. And so much happened in that little time. Everyone in motion. It was such a team effort. The nurse navigators, my primary care, the neurosurgeon, my
Gardner Minshew going crazy.
boom, boom. And they made it work. I mean, they saved my life. And the compassion and the empathy and the friendships that I made. I'm so grateful.
My passion's not seasonal. It's all year round. I'm out here 6 days a week. Sundays.
It's a lot of work being a farmer.
The tax benefits though.
Huh? Yeah.
Blue and orange. This is my movie, and everyone knows what I'm rooting for.
That's a pretty tight spot. Watch this. Your beauty hurts this show. That's
What do you think? Huh?
That's so you.
We're alive.
And they had a display.
Nah, there's a lot of positives moving on from this game. The next game, hopefully we can get more guys that didn't dress today into the next game. Dominic Robinson, defensive end, remind me of Ohio. Last year, bro, he had like 1.5 sacks to start the year and didn't do shit the rest of the year. Remember that 49ers game? He came out, he was really good. But no, I think that's another guy that can benefit from Yannick being there.
For sure.
He can if you get him to pressure the quarterback too, when you got all the guys double teaming Yannick, Travis Gibson's getting after it. I mean, defensive line, they look pretty good. I'm a little more happier now.
Yeah, it looks like a deep unit too.
Yeah. Got everybody getting sacks. Some guys, in the practice squad can be able to get sacks. Well, I don't know. This Tennessee offensive line is egregious too. So. I did see a youth football clip that was kind of clean. Like all three of them, it's like an Oklahoma drill. That where there's three of them in that one. Everybody was hidden. It was like a really sound drill.
The vibes are immaculate.
Probably 101.
As was his passing line, 3 for 3 earlier today for 2 long touchdowns.
It's just crazy. I'm gonna have to see those beginning highlights of the game.
First unit. Obviously, Fields will get the
why the game got to be on NFL Network?
first unit offensive line as well for the blocking effort they put together. Yeah, and I think honestly the impact.
Let's see if we can get a stop here.
Like the right seed, he makes like I said, make routine plays routinely, and he took it to the next level because he get touchdowns every single time he touches the football. 2-minute warning, 1st and 10. This is a prideful 2 minutes for defenses in a preseason game.
Hey, 20 guy.
And Chestnut was able to get positive yardage.
Joey Chestnut.
Gain of 7, 2nd down and 3 from the 5.
Make a break.
Close it on the ball. Now he's going to get some
play
for help here, but just enough to get the 2 straight
Get his ass to lose that balance.
The defensive coordinators and players alike take pride regardless of situation here, it's preseason or not, they want to stop. Tennessee is looking to
No offsides.
motion from the line. Look like Xavier
Newman.
All-star darts, offense number 67. This Tennessee offensive line that's seeing some turnover as well. Well, Malik Willis here, he's trying to use the snap count to his advantage. Good job by the Bears defense to remain disciplined. He tried to use a hard count and caught his own guys off guard. Back to the second and 8.
Get after it. Oh, yeah, Bill. Damn, that's a bad ball. It's a bad throw.
Yeah,
It's a bad throw by Willis.
Let's get a stop.
Do or die. Is that Diop next one?
Mm-hmm.
Them hats clean.
Yeah, I like their jersey colors.
Did you see the old throwback, those ones? Those were really nice.
The Oiler joints, yeah.
Those were really fucking nice.
Let's go. Let's call it a day.
A day.
Get his bitch ass.
59 getting after it.
Okay, they got one more play because they're going to go for it, right?
Yeah. But do you kill the clock? Or?
No. You get to the line fast, though.
Damn, 68.
His dad was a helpful player, and obviously that's a big play right there. Showing 82 games in his Bears career. He was a hammer, that man. Here's a game, folks.
He was laying the pipe.
Willis,
Good day. Game over.
Good stop.
1-0 in the preseason.
Why you got crushed? Was that a bad ball?
He's right there, right in the back.
Yeah.
The receiver, he tips it. No shot the receiver would have had to catch that football. It's his hands right in the middle of it. Good for it. Pass breakup to preserve the victory.
That's an interesting number choice.
Very.
Barrington Wade, the second of Iowa. He's an all-state running back and linebacker in his high school days in suburban Chicago. Steps up and makes the play.
Where'd he go at? Where'd he go to school at?
I don't know.
Tennessee's the last 2 timeouts and a run for Johnson.
It's hard for Roshan to get anything going.
Mm-hmm.
They're calling timeouts.
Yeah. If you figure you got to throw the ball on third down, you might get the ball back with like 30 seconds.
Hey, what did you think about that Bienemy shit?
Oh, yeah, I mean.
You heard that?
Yeah.
What? Ron Rivera did him dirty by bringing that to the media and addressing that shit.
Right. Yeah, man, I don't know. Doesn't sound like he's open to change based on what I've heard. So that's going to be tough.
For sure.
So there might be some validity on why his ass ain't got a job, a head coaching job.
Johnson looking for that lead. They'll force the final timeout for Tennessee with a minute 24 left.
Let's see what happens.
I was hopeful for him. I mean, all the guys that have been defending him, Patrick Mahomes, Tyreek Hill, those kind of guys. But obviously, he ain't going to get on their ass. He ain't going to be yelling at them.
Right.
Yeah, how many times can you going to yell at Mahomes?
Yeah, well, what I like from Roshan right there, the cutback lane was there. He probably could have hit the cutback lane, but what did he do? He covered the ball. Yeah, ensure that it wasn't going to be a fumble. So he knows what the situation is. It's a smarter play by him for a young player. And they're going to run it downhill again.
Same with bitch.
Yes, sir.
Toss play.
It's ended.
He
Ah,
ain't get it.
Close to the sticks. And they're going to stop the clock. He said he was in bounds. The official came over and put the hands up in the waving motion to indicate he's out.
as a running back, you gotta get that extra inch or so.
Yeah.
He was trying to stay in bounds, and the Titans defender.
Shout out Jay Hothead, Jay Dothead for the comment. Appreciate you. Lil Zesty though. One of my homies from work. Like the guy in the Bears hoodie, mad cute.
Yeah. Okay, Mike.
That's my guy that way. Wrong podcast.
Yeah, so this is an official's review. So more important, again,
Damn.
it'll still be fourth and
He's
short,
down, so the
but
clock is gonna go.
move then at that point. You also have to reset the play
Yeah.
clock at that point. because
Yeah,
His ass is on the
the
ground.
ball is seemingly
Cheeks
in
on the ground.
and the backside touches first, and that would indicate the ball is still in play.
Yeah.
That would have advanced the clock. Yeah, it's pretty clear cut with the replay that we just saw. He definitely was in bounds. You know, Jimmy, if they do overturn this and say, it's 4th and 1, you take off some time on the clock or whatever it would be, that makes it just situationally thinking ahead. That would be really interesting because now you're in your own territory. It'd be 4th and short. You could maybe QB sneak to essentially win the game. But then if you don't convert, you put yourself at risk with the team getting the ball, your opponent getting the ball back down by 6.
Yeah, let's end this shit. Come on.
After review, the runner was down in bounds.
Let's go.
121 left on the clock. By rule, we reset to 121. We run 10 seconds off the clock. For 111, the play clock goes to 30. Both clocks will start on my signal. There you go. So well explained again by Alex.
Pretty good,
Kemp.
yeah.
As you said, this is Trey Blake's crew.
But I like, yeah.
Receivers let us know that Alex
What's
Kemp
been
is
your
just
favorite part of this
signing
game
for
today?
And now you get the
I think the defense, but also, for being honest, the two plays, right? Just how explosive the offense can be.
Explosive as fuck. Fields 3 for 3. Looking at him still being elusive and evading pressure. So a lot of things, with the offensively. It's like, and the rookies, they look good today.
Right.
The guys we drafted, the defensive linemen, beefed up. Dexter didn't have a sack, but Bell and Pickens had 2 sacks.
Mm-hmm.
So, or 2 or 1. But yeah.
I was really impressed with the defense. Gibson for sure.
Gibson had a day. Couldn't afford not to though. He couldn't afford not to have a day. But we did good.
The ball is at your own 19-yard line. The safer play is probably a kick. But yeah, for this particular situation in a preseason game, you imagine they're going to go through the process of coverage. You're right, Phil.
Would you sign somebody for the offensive line though? There's some still good free agents out there that can block solid.
Yeah, we should always be looking to make sure that room is as locked in as you possibly can be. So I'm all for that.
Me too.
Especially if you don't like what you're seeing, whether it's injury related or performance related. Damn, this guy got a running start.
Hey, Carlson. 31 seconds left of this game. Let's see what we got.
Defense gets one more shot. Try to get a stop here. Again, these are prideful moments for defensive coordinators and defenders alike. And they break low.
Robert Burns, William Johnson.
What? Will Levis close the deal. See what Will got going.
Yeah, the Bears haven't given up shit in the second half.
Right.
It's been pretty impressive. He's got an interesting throwing angle.
Mm-hmm.
You throw that shit side on camera.
Tick.
Is he still doing the games or no? Is it Chris Berman?
He doesn't call games though.
That's somebody they need to bring back. And the dude from the Big Ten too. Gus Johnson.
Yeah, he's my favorite.
Wait,
Oh,
what was that one time he said some dude, it's like he cooked him and he's like, it's a barbecue. You didn't invite me to that barbecue. He was going
wham.
And I think the game he was on, the Madden game he was on, commentating, that shit was good.
He's had to chase Will Levis down outside the pocket for a big man. He does
They're getting after it.
moves pretty well.
63, he's from Houston, undrafted. Pretty solid guy, double-digit sacks at college. Another guy to keep an eye out. DeAnthony Jones, I think.
Okay. Good pass rush. Pick. Well, Levis ain't it. Let's like that. Let's make that clear.
I don't know, man. This is a really good performance by the defense today. That's one of the biggest takeaways.
Just trying to float it up over it just a little too high.
Who was he throwing it to?
Some hang time on it, to say the least.
Yeah, run the clock, take a knee.
An excellent second half performance from the Bears defense. Couple of stands, forcing some field goal tries.
Well, that finishes the game. That's all. A lot of great takeaways from it defensively. They had a good day. The young guys got after it. The rookies that we drafted. Foles cooked with them because they had a good day. Stevenson had a good day. And then offensively, you want to see Fields and more connections. It was there. First play, 60 yards. So everything I wanted to see in the game day from preseason game, I think we saw. So pretty good day. Thanks guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. Make sure to check out the giveaway. Keep entering. It ends August 22nd is the last day for it, so keep entering the giveaway. But thank you guys again. As always, peace.